And then I know that you also was thinking about the word solution and the word problem, and that was not always so helpful when you were meeting your clients to think about problems and solution as the two categories to think about.
Yeah, it was before. Now I don't now I don't like both words, but before
You don't
when I
like
was
any of
trained.
the, yeah.
No, when I was trained in solution-focused approach, this tendency not to speak about problems, so-called problems, and to speak about solutions, it was something I didn't like, and so I tried to develop solution-focused conversations around problems and the questions about problems which leads us towards solutions. From the very beginning, I didn't want to exclude the word problems. I've tried to use it in one pair, problems, solutions, and because problems and solutions are not objective states of situation, they are just labels based on kind of interpretation. And then, after a lot of years, I just had the idea that maybe solution and problem wording is not very useful, and finding something more neutral will be more useful for me in my practice, not for others, but in my practice. Because very often I was trying to figure out solution, and so I asked a miracle question. I was talking about preferred future. So we created the picture, and it was desired picture, very wanted picture, and it was full of problems. Because achieving this preferred future, this solution was not free from other problems it created. So I started to think in terms of pluses and minuses, that the present client situation possesses some minuses, of course, and also some pluses, which is very close to systemic thinking that the symptom plays some role in the present situation. But also that when we move toward preferred future, toward preferred situations, it also will possess some pluses and minuses. But any of our situation is free from minuses. There are always some minuses. It's a matter of our preference, what we prefer to pay. Something like that. I'm not sure it's clear for you.
What difference did this make to you? What could you do with in the conversation with the client? I know
Well,
you said something about that. It's the important thing is to create a meaning.
well,
Or
it was for me, because a lot of my clients, maybe it's a specific of my clients, just my clients. Maybe it's a specific of the clients in my city, or it's a specific of the clients in Poland. I don't know. But a lot of them want to talk about the present situation and not to move forward toward future. They wanted to explain, to say things, and then I found that when we went through this conversation, new meanings about the present situation appears. So people started this conversation about now with one point of view. They ended with another point of view, still about the present situation, and it was useful for them.
Yeah.
Changing of thinking, not talking about future, just but okay, now I have a different idea about that thing. So it was, but it was also inspiration from Luke, that in solution focused therapy from Luke Elizabeth. that we should look for RSEMI means for useful meanings for everything. So not only for useful meanings for the future, but also for useful meanings for the present situation, and also for the useful meanings for the past situations. So also for the situations some people call trauma, and my clients, at least some of them, they felt a need to come back to the situation and to do something around it. And it was not possible to change the situation because it's past, but it was possible to think about it, to have a different attitude to it. And it was a part of the miracle question which were never asked.
Yeah, because the miracle question is about the future in a way.
Yes, also, of course, I can ask miracle question where the miracle is, that you can have a different attitude to these events from the past. So sometimes I redefined the miracle question, not that the problem disappeared, but I tried to personalize miracle question. So you can think in different way, or you can experience trauma in different way. So it was about the past, how to think about it in different way, how to feel it differently.
So you were reacting to something within the solution focused model that seemed to be stuck on the future and getting progress into the future, and you were discovering the now and the useful ways of talking about things that have happened before.
One of my professors, when I say professor, I mean one of my clients, taught me, Mr. Tomek, you give me so many compliments, but you do it only because you speak to me about my successes.
To me
about successes, and you would not compliment me if you would speak with me about the problems and the failures and things I have done in before, because you know only my bright side, but you know nothing about my dark side. And then it was inspiration. Okay, the power of compliments can be much more bigger when my client knows that I know everything, not everything, but I know also things about the dark side, and I still make compliments.
Yeah, and you
That's
could
something.
never. Yeah, so you can never give a successful compliment if the client didn't think that you had known the things that they were maybe not so proud of. Or...
Well, no, yes, it was very clear for me. It was very clear for me because I my name is Tomasz, so I don't believe I have to touch. Oh, something happened with the camera.
Yes, you have to.
Okay, now I will be okay. Yeah. So what I like in solution focused approach, that I have to find proofs which helps me to interpret in a way to give compliments. But giving compliments only on the basis of the bright side of the moon is not so powerful as to compliment the moon, knowing also the dark side of the moon. And also the dark side of the moon is full of things we can interpret as resources. So it was nice inspiration for me, just to stop to talk about successes.
Successes, yeah.
Yes, I don't like it in solution focused approach. Going to the next workshop and being invited to speak about successes. Life is not about successes. At least my life is not about successes. It's full of the things I can freely call trauma or failure or bad performance. and I have to cope with it, and I have to learn from that. So speaking about successes is like a parent who wants to speak only about good behaviors. And in therapy, we have to do more to have good relationship, I think.